So in second grade, I was actually sick a lot as a kid. I had asthma, and so I found myself having to make up a lot of my work in class. And as a little kid, you know how important it is for somebody to have recess. Worst thing you could be doing is math while your best friends are outside playing. So on this particular day, I'm sitting at a desk that's not my own, and my teacher, Mrs. Buddy, says, I'm just going to step out really quick. I'll be right back. All right. So being in the room all by myself, I look at this desk and notice a package of gushers, brand new, unopened. And if you don't know what gushers are, pretty much crack for kids. They're fruit roll-ups, hollow but filled with juice, and when you bite into them, they just explode in your mouth, and it's literally the best thing you can have as a kid. But these weren't mine, and I knew that, and so I continued to do my work a little bit more, and still students never returned. Teacher still was gone, and that package of gushers were still right there. So I thought, what if so I took them. And I put them in my pocket. I didn't want to eat them right there because I knew anybody could show up at any moment, which they did. My teacher came back. And the class came back from recess, and I had to go sit in my desk with the gushers still in my pocket. At this point, I was freaking out a little bit because I stole these things without even, I just took them. I'm not a bad kid, and I actually avoid trying to get in trouble at all because I've got two older siblings that get in trouble a lot. And so to me, basically the two worst things in life are going to the principal and going to hell. And I've got these gushers in my pocket, and teacher, Mrs. Buddy, begins her lecture, and she's talking about probably, it's a storybook or something explaining it, and I can only think about what's in my pocket. And I thought maybe if I just tear the package just a little bit. So I did. Reached in my pocket, tore a little crack in there, grabbed one when the teacher wasn't looking at me, popped it in my mouth. Glorious. The teacher did, I don't know if she heard me or something, but she looked at me and was like, put your snack away. To me, that was maybe the worst authority situation that I could be in right there. But she still thinks they're my snacks. If I can just lay low, not eat these things anymore, I'm going to get away with it scot-free. I couldn't help it. Now the taste is in my mouth. And the package is open. She's walking around the class. She's not going to know. So I went for another one. Boom, she whipped her eyes at me. Last warning. It's like, oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't, why can't, well, stupid. So I resisted. And just then, the girl whose desk that I was sitting in, who owned the gushers, raises her hand. Miss Buddy. And she's goody two-shoes or something, so she had no reason to lie, but she said, someone stole my gushers. It didn't register with my teacher. She's like, did you eat them at recess? She's like, no, I left them here in the desk. Now they're gone. So Miss Buddy knew that she was good for her word, so she said, all right, who stole the gushers? Anyone? No one fessed up. And man, my eyes were big because I knew that I did it. She scanned the room, nothing. Nobody ratted me out. I was getting away with it scot-free. Miss Buddy looked over to the girl and said, Maybe you forgot them at home. Maybe today you didn't get your treat or something. And the little girl was so frustrated. She couldn't believe it. Well, just then as the teacher started talking again, I couldn't stop thinking about these gushers. The bag's open. All I had to do was just pop one more in my mouth and I'd be done. I'd eat the rest at home or something. Waited a little bit. Miss Buddy turned her back, whipped her eyes at me. She knew that I'd stolen the gushers from that very moment. She goes, "Get in the hallway." Man, oh man. I was hyperventilating as a child and crying, and Miss Buddy knew that I was a good kid, and I was so apologetic. I'm so sorry. I don't even know why I stole these gushers. I just couldn't help it, and I was like, "Are you gonna send me to the principal's office?" She's like, "No, Brandon, I'm not gonna send you to the principal's office, but I am gonna tell your parents." So when I got home, man, my parents were embarrassed. They couldn't believe that I would do something like that. It's not my character. So they said, "Brandon, what I want you to do tomorrow at lunch, I want you to give this little girl your treat." I usually got Oreos. I had like 4 Oreos in a sandwich bag. She's like, give the girl your Oreos and everything will be fine. So I heard my mom say that, and she said, "Give the girl your treat." So in my lunch, I know that I had a fruit cup, and I also had the Oreos. So instead of giving her the Oreos like I was supposed to, I gave her the fruit cup. Well, the little girl was in cahoots with Mrs. Buddy, who called my parents and told them when I got home that I did not give her the Oreos. So what happened was I admitted that I didn't give her what I was supposed to, and now my parents are really mad. So they're like, we're embarrassed. We're gonna go out and we're gonna get a brand new box of Oreos, and you're gonna give this little girl a whole new unopened box. And I'm like, what? I've only eaten 3 of these things. I had to give her the remainder gushers. She got my fruit cup, and now she's getting a brand new box of Oreos. I didn't understand. But my parents were right, and I didn't want to get in any more trouble. I've gone far enough with this. So what I did was I listened to my parents, swallowed my pride, and I walked up to this little girl in the lunchroom with a brand new box of Oreos, kind of pissed off, to be honest. And I extend the gesture to her, unopened. She's got a fruit cup, the rest of the gushers, and this new box. Would you know that this little girl would not even look me in the eye? Man, from that time on, though, it was permanent and embedded in me that, and I could get away with stuff. I've been a good kid my entire life, and of course I should have resisted the temptation. But fact of the matter is, man, I can steal gushers.